A little bit more and a little bit more. Wait, are we live? Jodokast versus Vincessant? It says, when does Jodokast play Marth versus Peach?
I don't know. I was just thinking, well, he probably just doesn't like the matchup, but I like his movement minus the SD.
Wait. I have to say, maybe it's only because he's recently beaten someone very close to my heart, but I think Jodokast Falco is quite good. Good enough, perhaps, to beat Vincessant's Peach. If not, I will go Peach against Vincessant's Falco, because, come on.
Yeah.
Marth? I guess I heard that he plays some Marth on the side. I guess we'll find out exactly how it goes.
Well, he could be doing the PPMD, where like he's had this like Marth project that's been building, and he's finally reached the point where he's like, it's ready.
So I know from talking to Nitro a couple weeks ago that who's Jodokast's brother, that they both sort of play like Spaceys plus Marth, kind of. And I don't know, maybe he's like really familiar with the matchup or something.
Yeah, it could be like what a miniature, you know, what happened with PPMD versus and Twitch, you know, where they just did some practicing and you know. He feels like he's ready. So we're going to see. We're going to find out. We're going to learn today, right now.
Do you want to talk about the matchup? Because I mean, you're a Marth main, or do you want me to talk about it, or should we just like let it come as it comes?
Okay. Well, I mean, we can kind of talk about it as unfold, but just some general things to look out for. There's some very interesting strategies. Like a lot of times, Marth in this matchup, they'll full hop, like to get around Peach's little stuff. General things. If you're Marth, you want to protect your feet. If you're Peach, you don't want to be above Marth ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I always like... So I play Marth quite a bit as well. And against Peach, I feel like once you have her sort of in a rough spot, you can keep her there. So like if she's outside what like I think of as the Bermuda Triangle, which is like this triangle that goes from sort of like under the platforms to the top platform, she's always in like a bad position. She's basically dead if you do it exactly right. You sort of float around as Marth, you jump up there, save your double jump, and then you stay in a zone where she can't hit you with her hitboxes, but you can hit her with either a forward air or an up air. Repeat, repeat, repeat. She's at 200%. You hit her one more time and she's dead.
Yeah, I concur. But Vincessant has a wait a minute. Vincessant's using Daisy Peach.
He mixes colors a lot.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I was like, did he do? Oh, see, there's a little bit of what you're talking about. If you play this right.
So I see that I wouldn't have double jumped there. You keep your double jump so that you can like quickly readjust in the air.
Yeah,
but the idea is there. And like right there, I wouldn't have thrown out the up air. You sort of just wait and float. You may even hold down so you like go below the platform a little.
Yeah.
But you see, you just keep doing it and keep doing it. And a lot of Marth mains, I mean, it comes from both sides. In a lot of ways, this is, I guess you could say, akin to like when we were talking about Samus versus Ices, in the way that Marth is like, I gotta hit Peach so many times to kill her. This is so frustrating. Have you thought about what it's like to be Peach? She gets hit for 2 minutes and can't do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
She's the one who's frustrated, not you.
Yeah, well, a lot of times it's a matter of patience, which is, I think, one of Marth's strongest. Oh, wow. Okay, Braveheart.
That's the Archangel.
Yeah. I love doing that. That's my favorite thing.
You're a Dolphin Slash master.
Yeah, I love Dolphin Slash. It's like my favorite move in the whole game. But a lot of times Marth, they lose to their own lack of patience. Like, yeah, I knew he was going to throw that down air out. He didn't need to. He could have just continued to, like, swat Peach, but it's just a lack of patience.
So Marth has, his moves are very committal, as you like to say. He's a committed man, good to marry.
Yeah.
And when he's in the corner, a lot of the times they like to shield. So Jodokast just got up and shielded. On top of that, Vincessant is good at all Smash games. Because he is so quick to adjust. And I bet you next time Jodokast is on the edge, Vincessant runs up and shoot. See? Grab right on the edge. He knows that when he's in close against Jodokast is going to continue to shield. He waits just far enough away that he can't be grabbed and knows that there's going to be movement out of the way. That's why Vincessant's such a strong player overall.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing a little bit of give in Jodokast. He looks a bit frustrated. But he's not out of this yet.
Not at all. I mean,
he's down 3 stocks to 1. Marth is really good.
But you know the thing about matchups like this one is Peach is the queen of trading. So if she has a lead, it can be very hard to come back. And you know, if you play it really smart as Marth, the same can be said the other way around.
Yes.
So I'm going to be the commentator who says it. This is not a volatile matchup. There you go.
It's not that volatile. It's
not as much as the others.
It's a pretty peaceful matchup.
Yeah.
It's a lot of harmony.
Definitely a lot of harmony. Both royalty.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know they have their manners.
That's it. That's game.
All right.
That was really cute.
Falco, please.
Yeah.
Please. Falco Peach is a good matchup. It's not an easy matchup.
Yeah.
It's a good matchup for Falco.
It's not like I don't think he can win, with Marth. I just wonder if he's like, if his Marth's ready for this kind of floaty thing.
Time. I don't think he can run with Marth.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen him personally.
I haven't seen his Marth that much either, but from what I just saw, maybe, I don't know if he wasn't quite patient enough, or maybe he wasn't quite solid enough, but he shouldn't end up in the corner versus... That's like...
Yeah.
As Spacey's, that's okay because you can jump out, but as Marth, you dash all the way into the corner and end up with yourself cornered. That is that is your whole goal against Peach. You are a sumo wrestler. Once she's off the stage, she loses. That's a ring out.
Yeah.
You do not want to put yourself against the edge.
He's got Phantom down tilted.
Yeah. I did like the full hop spacing a little bit. It's kind of interesting how he's full hopping. Is that what you were talking about?
Well, yes. Defensively, like you notice he's short hop there, so it's like a thing to remember. A lot of times when Marths are going to be aggressive and they're going to attack, they're going to do a short hop. When they're being defensive and looking to get around your attacks, they're going to full hop.
Interesting.
And that's something to pay attention to.
That's aside from like dash dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
And it is scary against Peach on the ground, right? Because like a lot of your stuff, like that, her dash attack is so active that it feels like you kind of lose to a lot of her stuff. Or like she might like put a backer out and then you trade and she wins the trade or something.
Yeah, so it's really confusing.
See, like that's a situation you need to convert or it's going to be really difficult to win the set.
Yeah, suddenly he's down. He had an interesting edge guard opportunity earlier. It seemed like it was like a no-brainer.
I don't think it was super easy just because he was sort of like on the move already, you know. He couldn't like set himself up.
Yeah, you're right.
But I mean, it was definitely elementary, right? Like what you had to do was simple. It might have not been that easy to do it.
So he burned his double jump and allowed Peach to drift to the right of him, and he just gets hit with a back air, where it seemed like that didn't need to happen at all. It's kind of making me nervous. All right. See, that's the good part of this matchup. That's where it feels great to be Marth.
Okay, so jodokast does a forward throw, and then he immediately goes for auto-cancel nair. The reason you do that is it covers tech in place and no tech, and then you can easily dash and cover the other ones.
Exactly.
And against Peach, right there, the nair is enough to put her off stage, which, as I mentioned, should be dead, or at least a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, dead or a lot of damage. Dead or at least like 50%.
And when they're close to the edge like that, it can be very easy to space yourself slightly away, and then you can forward smash both the tech roll away and the tech roll in.
Yeah.
And obviously forward smash is strong, so.
True.
Ooh, interesting.
I like the movement.
Yeah, that was really slick. I would have just like forward told him back off or something, but you know, that was pretty cool. Wow, really trying to close him up.
Trying. It feels like too hard. He's going a bit berserk.
So like right there, I think all you have to do, when I say right there, let me describe. They were sort of near the edge of the right side of the stage on Battlefield. Peach was just above Marth. Jodokast kind of stood still. I would love to see a little bit of motion towards the center of the stage because that's what Vincessant wants. Take it away from him and then beat him when he's in the corner. I think you really need to play percentages in this matchup because there's going to be so much like one hit followed by another.
And there's that grab you were talking about when he's in the corner and shielding.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's my favorite thing to highlight is players like Vincessant who, look, and he's going to keep doing it because even if he's not necessarily always shielding in the corner, he's afraid to do a move. He's afraid it might be beat. But that's what he needs to do right now. Because when you think about what grab beats in the corner against Marth, it's pretty much everything except for don't go on the stage, and that's a draw.
Yeah.
And it only loses to a move. So you have to do a move. And then that's when Vincessant's already planned ahead. All right, I'm going to get him to try to do a move, and after he starts doing moves, then I move up and shield and punish out of shield.
Yeah, he's already put it together. All right, bad DI from Vincessant, but you know, this is actually very doable.
I like the way. I don't think this is an easy stage to play as Marth versus Peach. I think this is one of the matchups where this stage is relatively even. That's just my opinion, though, and I do like the way jodokast is playing a lot. He's making a case for why this is the Marth favorite stage.
Yeah.
Despite, I think, taking to the corner a little too much.
Oh, but then he doesn't have a jump?
That's that, yeah.
That's that.
Honestly, a good showing from jodokast Marth. One that I haven't seen before, really.
I think if he goes back and watches this tape, his movement's fine.
Yeah.
Don't practice movement ever again. It's already perfect.
I would say never again.
Just never again. It's already good. It's better than PPMD. it's great, but the patience is lacking.
I think
it's really lacking.
So I think that it's just
that and maybe some experience. Try to get some friendlies with a Peach.
I think it's symptoms of being a Falco main, where like a lot of the times Falcon wants to very quickly cash in a stage advantage in order to get a tactical hit, whereas with Marth that's not usually the case. I mean, it is in some matchups like against Spaces where you can punish big, but against Peach you can't punish big. You need to keep, you need to like slowly bleed her out over and over. It's not like let me get advantage and cash.